What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over the basics of social media marketing, email marketing, and referral marketing for a brand you're really just getting started with. As you're going through those initial stages, this is really what this video is going to cover. This is part of my series from $0 to $2,000 a month or more. So what we've done is we're going to take a new website and we're going to continue to build it over time until we're making at least $2,000 a month from it. You can find all of my videos for this series on this playlist. I'll link to the playlist in the video description. We have 2 videos out in the series, in addition to our Amazon affiliate marketing tutorial, where I show you how to create a website like my website, wickerguide.com. So we're going to get into it. This video is really going to go through the first stage of coming up with your strategy, and what we're going to try to do is really focus on driving more traffic from sources like social media, like email, like referral traffic, and even direct traffic. So we want to make sure that we're getting people to visit our website from all these different sources beyond organic search. So when you come into your Google Analytics, and you can see our data here for beachfront decor. So if we scroll down, you can see for beachfront decor, the majority of our traffic is coming from organic search, but we also drive a lot of social traffic, direct traffic, even some referral traffic, and then traffic from some other sources as well. Don't really run a lot of paid search, but you can see here our conversions. We can look at our conversion rate, our total conversion completions, and you can see here if we're just looking strictly at completions, a source like social media has driven almost 8,000 conversions for us. So that leads to sales and that leads to revenue. And then direct traffic a lot of times is driven from social media, referral traffic as well, because people will link back to some of your content and share some of your different graphics and some of your different articles, because as you start creating more content, you're going to be able to drive more traffic from all these different sources. So we're going to be going over this today for wickerguide.com. So let's get into it. Your initial questions. So for social media, what platforms do your customers use? We'll go through all the main social media platforms in a minute, but you really want to kind of hone down on where your customers are. If your customers are not on TikTok or Snapchat, you shouldn't be spending time there. If your customers aren't on Pinterest, you shouldn't be spending time there. Now, when it comes to things like Facebook and Instagram, you should be able to find almost everybody on those types of networks, although it's not going to be perfect for every single business. Email, what value do you consistently provide? Why would people have an incentive to join your email list? And why would they stay on your email list and continue reading their emails? Referral, what websites do your customers use? So with referral traffic, a lot of times what you're trying to do is go to similar websites like yours and try to drive people back to your website. Again, this is not going to work for every niche, and we're going to go through later. Referral traffic for wickerguide.com, there's just not a whole lot of opportunity there. So what you need to do is you need to provide value to potential customers in order to get them to visit your website and convert. Value usually comes in the form of entertainment or education. So keep that in mind as you're creating content. Now, the content question you have to ask yourself is, do you have the resources? It might be time, it might be money, it might be employees, in order to consistently create content for your social media and email audiences. So every channel should have consistent updates for growth. So that means you need to be constantly posting, and you need to make sure you stick to a schedule so that your social media channels consistently grow. If you're building up a Pinterest profile for a year and then you go a full year without posting on it, you're going to lose followers, you're going to lose clicks back to your website, and you're going to lose pin impressions. So you need to be consistent, and you should only focus on the channels where you can be consistent and you can create good enough content that it's going to drive an audience to your brand and to your business. And ultimately, you need to make sure that a social media channel is going to drive revenue back to your business. If it's not driving revenue, it's not worth your time. So that will bring us to number 1. What social channels will you focus on, and why will they help your business grow? So let's go over some of the major social channels here: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. So I kind of tried to boil down every single social media channel into who should use it, some of the goals you have, what people are looking for. So for example, with YouTube, people are either looking for videos that entertain or videos that educate. So with Surfside PPC, I focus on education. Other people, if you're a comedian, you're going to focus on entertainment. LinkedIn, it's going to be more for B2B and careers. Education and news is what most people are looking for, and it's all going to be more geared towards professional news and education that people are going to get, whether they're a marketer, an accountant, something to help them further their career and gain more knowledge. Facebook, Instagram, pretty similar, except the user base is different. Instagram is going to be younger, Facebook is going to be older. It's easier to drive people to your website from Facebook, but as you build up an Instagram following, there's different ways that you can drive more traffic back to your website as well. I think every business should really be on Instagram, Facebook at least, and then Pinterest and Twitter. It really depends on what you're covering. News, analysis, politics, sports, anything with Twitter, anything like that, you want to be on Twitter. Pinterest is going to be more DIY, crafts, recipes, home, life, fashion. So people aren't going to Pinterest for news. They're going to Pinterest to find a recipe for tonight. People aren't really going to Twitter for recipes, although they might find them there, but they're really usually going for news and entertainment. Now, Snapchat and TikTok. I would say for these, it's perfect if you want to create bite-sized videos. So you're looking for shorter videos that are going to get people to have some level of interest in your business. But for these two, I would say you really need to focus on entertainment and you're looking towards a young audience. So for example, with Surfside PPC, I could create short 1-minute marketing videos and put them on Snapchat and TikTok. But for me, do I really see the value in spending my time doing that? Not really. So I'm not really on Snapchat and TikTok all that much in terms of marketing, but there are a lot of people. I mean, if you're a comedian or if you have an entertainment brand, you should be on Snapchat and TikTok. However, for Wicker Guide, I'm really just going to be focusing on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Those are going to be my big three. I might end up expanding a little bit more to YouTube, and I might just share things to Twitter, although I don't think I'm going to get much traffic back from Twitter. But everything else really isn't going to be too relevant for me. Reddit. Now, the big thing with Reddit is it's harder to build up an audience on Reddit. It's not like you go there and post to your audience. It's more you're going to find some of the different subreddits that are going to be relevant for your business. So again, I'm going to use Surfside PPC as an example. So there's a marketing subreddit. So if somebody asks, how do I get started with Google Ads? I can go there and say, hey, I created this free video on YouTube. It shows you how to create a Google Ads campaign. And I have a lot of Google Ads tutorials as you're getting started. So with Reddit, you want to be helpful. And that's kind of what I always look for when it comes to social media. You need to make sure, educate or entertain are the two main things. And you don't want to be selling to people. You don't want to be trying to push your product, your website out to people who have no level of interest. Now, with all of that being said, what you need to do is find a way to create content for social media. So what I use is canva.com. So if we come here, you can see canva.com. I use their pro plan. So their pro plan is either $12.95 per month, or if you pay yearly, it's $9.95 per month. So I pay about $10 a month for Canva. It's worth every penny for me. And what I like about Canva is I can come here. They have a ton of templates. So you can see if I just come here to templates, they have everything you need for social media, personal, invitations, cards, resumes. So I've used this not only for my professional life, but also in my personal life, creating cards and different things like that. So there's a lot of different reasons to use Canva, mainly for social media content. Now, as far as marketing, you can create all of these different types of things as well. YouTube video advertisement, I can create YouTube thumbnails. But if I just come here, I click on social media, we'll scroll down a little bit, and I go over and I say, you know what, I want to create a YouTube thumbnail. So I can click here, it's going to open up a brand new design here, and then you can see there's all these different templates. So I can scroll down, and let's just say I click right here, and there we go. Now, how to train your puppy. This is a very nice YouTube thumbnail. Obviously, you want to edit it and not use their exact designs, but it makes it really easy to update text. You can update the pictures in the background. You can change the sizes. So if you come over here to photos, they have a ton of different photos you can use. So let's just say I click on Halloween. You have all these nice photos that you can use and easily create social media graphics that then you can share right to your social media channels or download and use across social media channels. My favorite thing is the resize option. So if you click on resize, we have a YouTube thumbnail here. Maybe I want to turn it into a Pinterest pin. Maybe I want to turn it into a Facebook post. I can easily click on it and resize it, and you just have to make a few adjustments and you're ready to use a graphic for every social media channel. Now, the other one you can try if you're not interested in Canva is Adobe Spark. This is another very popular one where you can create designs very easily. They have a free trial for 14 days, the individual plan, and usually it's just $10 a month after that. So you're going to pay pretty similar whether you're using this or Canva. Canva does have a really good free plan, but a lot of these images and designs and templates aren't available through the free plan. So you do get more with that pro plan. Once you create graphics, the way that I schedule for social media is through Hootsuite. So Hootsuite, the professional plan is $29 a month, but if you're just getting started, they have a limited free plan where you can sign up with 3 social profiles. You can have 30 scheduled messages at any time, and you get 1 user. If you come up here to platform, you can see networks integrations, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest. So it's very easy to share it out to social media using Hootsuite, and you can get started with the free plan and upgrade if you need to. Now, as far as Pinterest goes, I use Tailwind. So it's tailwindapp.com. And I've gone over Tailwind before. I do have a Tailwind tutorial on my profile, but I've used this to grow my traffic for both farmhouse goals. I have a plus account for farmhouse goals and a plus account for beachfront decor. But with this, I can easily come in here. I can schedule pins. I can schedule 1,000 pins at a time, and I can link back to my website, add things to different boards, keep track of my statistics, see where I'm growing, see where I'm not growing. And you can see right now I have almost 20,000 followers, and I would say Tailwind app is a huge reason for that. So coming back over here, when you're going through social media, you need to be realistic about what you can produce in terms of content. I would say social media is one of my weaknesses. So for Surfside PPC, I'm not very active on Instagram. I could be better on Facebook. Really just focus mainly on YouTube. I'm growing a LinkedIn audience, but for Twitter, I don't really have much of an audience. So my social media presence is probably my weakest part. However, I do have some brands here like Surfside PPC with 20,000 followers. I have over 10,000 followers on Instagram for beachfront decor. So I have a lot of followers in certain places, but that's really where I go over. You need to focus on the social media channels that matter to your business, because my goal for beachfront decor is different than my goal for farmhouse goals and is different from my goal from Surfside PPC. So we're going to get into number 2. Number 2, we're going to start to get into email marketing. And the main thing you need to ask yourself is, what is the value that your email marketing will provide, and what incentives do you offer? So I did a quick little email marketing process here. First, the thing you want to do first is sign up for an email marketing provider. There's a lot of options. I use MailChimp. They're one of the leaders in the industry. So pretty competitive prices, and they have a free plan as you get started. And then you basically pay as you go, depending on how many subscribers you have and how often you send out emails. They also have a lot of things beyond just email marketing. So I use MailChimp for my email marketing provider, but there's other options so you can shop around. Once you sign up for your email marketing provider, you want to create your email list. So that is going to be your list of email subscribers where you're going to send out your emails about your business. You want to build your list with subscribers. That's ongoing. Once you create your list, you want to keep your list populated, and you want to make sure you're constantly adding new subscribers. Don't worry too much about losing subscribers, because you're going to lose them over time no matter what. What you really want to do is make sure that your list is growing. That's what you really want to focus on. Now, the hard part is creating engaging content and helpful content. You always want to email your best content and promotions to subscribers, and you want to provide incentives and value to your subscribers. If you see your subscribers as a list of people you're going to sell to over and over, you're going to have trouble selling to them. But if you see your list of subscribers as people you want to provide value to, then when you do sell to them, it becomes much easier for them to be interested in what you have to offer. Now, some different email ideas that I'm going to show you here if you have no clue where to get started. First, I always say subscribe to your competitors, see what emails they're sending out. And then what I also do is just look at emails for other businesses. So a few quick examples. So pretty simple, seamless, $5 off to pick up fresh food. So get $5 off your order of $10 or more, and all I have to do is click here and start shopping. An email like this, if you send me one email like this a month, I'm going to stay subscribed to Seamless forever. Because even if I don't take advantage of it, I know at some point I'm going to. Next is going to be Food Network. So I'm a big fan of cooking. I'm a big fan of Food Network. So I subscribe to their email list, and you can see here 80 slow cooker recipes for easy comfort. So as you get into fall, the slow cooker becomes more popular. So you're seeing some of these different fall recipes, slow cooker recipes. If we keep scrolling down, their fall quick bread you never thought to make. And what they're able to do is share some of these different articles that they have on their website. So 78 cute and easy homemade Halloween kids costumes. So you can see their emails are all geared towards the season. And for me, if I'm interested in slow cooker recipes, I'll click on it. Maybe I'm interested in making a quick bread, I'll click on this. And I don't always interact with it, but they do provide me enough value in terms of recipes and food that I'm looking for that I stay subscribed. Next, the Clicks Marketing PPC blog email newsletter. So they usually send out about 1 to 2 emails a week. But what I like is when they have a new article, they'll have it sent out. So I get this email, I come in, I can go to their website. But what I usually do is I'll just read it right here in my inbox. And their articles are usually pretty quick reads. So now you can see I can come in here, learn a few quick things, and I stay subscribed here as well because they don't email me too often. And when they do, I always find them useful. Now, last but not least, I'm a father, so my 51-week-old baby. Keep in mind that someone without kids is going to have really no level of interest in subscribing to this newsletter. So you need to keep in mind your target audience as you're creating emails. For this, it's obviously going to be parents, maybe grandparents potentially, but mostly just parents. And you can see here your 51-week-old baby, best toys for 1-year-olds. Very relevant for me in particular. So if I come in here, I can look at the top toys and see if any of them interest me. So coming back over here with email marketing process, I really can't stress enough how important it is to provide incentives and value, whether it's a promotion, whether it's an article from Clicks Marketing. It really doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that your subscribers aren't getting inundated with emails and that everything that you're sending out has some level of relevance to your subscribers. Okay, next is going to be what websites can you use to drive more referral traffic back to your website. So you want to make sure with referral traffic, it's really about finding people on other websites and driving them back to your website. This used to be much bigger 5-10 years ago, especially when forums were huge. People used to just post on forums a lot, and they used to post on question and answer websites, and you can link back to your website, and people use that to drive so much traffic back to their website. 10-15 years ago, you had article websites where people would just publish their articles to a website like easyinarticles.com, and they would drive thousands and thousands of people back to their website. Those things don't really exist that much anymore. You still have directories and you still have ways to drive referral traffic. However, what you want to do is focus first on review websites and directories. So quick example I can give you is Yelp. So let's just say I come to Yelp, I'm looking for an accountant, I'm in the Myrtle Beach area, so I'm looking for accountants in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So I scroll down, you can see there's a few sponsored up here at the top, but right here, as I come down, you can see there's some different businesses here that I can choose from. So what you want to make sure is that people can easily find you when they're looking for a business like yours. So if someone's looking for pizza, you want to make sure that your pizza restaurant is listed here on Yelp. And if you are an accountant or you're a marketing firm or something like that, if you ask your customers to give you a review on Yelp or Google Reviews, it's going to help you drive more business, because as you get more reviews and more high ratings, it's going to help you drive more people to your business. So you want to focus there first on some of these different directory type websites, review websites, anywhere where there's a list of businesses like yours. You want to make sure your business is listed there so you can drive people back to your website. Guest blogging, being a podcast guest, being a video guest, basically using somebody else's platform to get your name and your business out there. So I have a couple examples for this one. So first, searchengineland.com. If you come here and I just opened an article already, it says the white paper or webinar content described below has been produced by one of our sponsors. So I'm assuming the sponsor paid for this exact article to be here. However, you can see forecasting paid search spend and revenue. So if I scroll down, they have here, I can click here. It's going to bring me to Digital Marketing Depot to download their report. And if I scroll down, you can see here, there's a link back to their website here. There's a link back to their website here. Follow Digital Marketing Depot on Twitter. So this here, obviously it's sponsored content, but if you view this like it's a guest blog, it's a great way to get people back to your website if you have value you can provide elsewhere. Another example, so Gary Vaynerchuk, obviously a huge platform on YouTube and pretty much everywhere. But you can see here, so he has this Coffee and Commerce, episode 18, and he has a guest on, Jason Karp, founder and CEO of Human Co. So this is someone who went on with Gary Vee, and there's almost 19,000 views here. So he's able to get thousands of people to learn about his business, and he just has to sit there and talk for an hour. So it's a worthwhile investment of time to get people to learn about your business. Okay, so the last three. So number 3, Q&A websites like Quora. Now these aren't as popular anymore, but anywhere where you can answer people's questions and bring them back to your website is a great way to drive more of that referral traffic. I would say something like Reddit as well would fall into this category. So if you go to a subreddit and someone asks a question that you can answer with your business, then that's what you want to do. Infographics and other branded shareable content and backlink outreach. So backlink outreach is when you actually reach out to a business and say, hey, you wrote about this topic. I also wrote about a similar topic. Do you want to link back to my story? So I get those emails a lot, and a lot of people say, do you want to link back to our story? And then what we'll do is we'll share your content on our social media profiles where we have 100,000 followers. So usually what it is businesses saying, hey, we're looking for a backlink, and we can also provide you some social media traffic to your article if you link back to our story. Infographics and other branded shareable content. So if I create a quick video about keyword research and it's all branded for Surfside PPC, and I want to bring people back to my website so I can sell either some type of keyword research software or some types of keyword research system, that would be a good way to do it, is creating a branded piece of content where I'm trying to drive people back to my website. Infographics, maybe not as popular as they once were, but if you do some infographics you create and they have millions and millions of impressions, some of them you create and they basically go nowhere. So infographics aren't as popular as they were. I would say with referral traffic, if you're able to incorporate video in some way, whether it's a video guest, whether you're able to get maybe some branded content onto another website, that's another great way to get your brand out there and get people to go to your website, even if they go directly. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get into the Wicker Guide strategy. So this is my initial strategy for promoting my website. I'm not going to be using any paid advertising in the very beginning, and I might not use paid advertising really much at all, but my initial strategy. SEO, so my main focus is going to be on creating content and driving organic search traffic. In addition to that, my biggest channel is going to be Pinterest, so my goal is to put out 100 plus pins per day. So I'm going to be using product images and custom pins to send people to my product pages, send people to my blog posts, basically send people back to my website. Instagram, 3+ posts per week, and Facebook, 3+ posts per week. These are going to be some wicker furniture designs, new products, different things like that. I don't want to really be overly salesy or promotional with these. I'm just going to try to build an audience, and then what I can do is I can share out some of my content that people might find useful, whether it's inspirational or some different designs people can use for their own home. Email. So I'm going to create an email list once I have at least 20+ blog posts. I only have 2 right now, so if I do create an email list, there's really not a whole lot of people that are going to be all that interested in the content I've created so far. So what I want to do is really focus on creating that first and then getting an email list so I can send it out to them. Referral, really there's no strategy due to a lack of opportunities. If I get some opportunities, I'll use them, but I just don't see a lot of areas where I can drive more referral traffic back to my website. So it's not really a time I'm going to be placing my effort or my resources. So what I've done is I've gone into my wickerguide.com Excel spreadsheet. I'll share this spreadsheet so you can find it. Look in the comments section, you'll find this spreadsheet. But you can see here we have November 2020, wickerguide.com. And I have Sunday, I'm going to be doing my Instagram and Facebook posts, and Saturday, I'm going to be doing Instagram and Facebook posts because I know people who are looking for home decor and furniture are more likely to shop on the weekends. I know that because of my other websites, so I'm able to use that data to say, okay, I'm going to send out posts on the weekend. And then otherwise, I'm going to send it out on Wednesday, maybe Thursday, maybe Tuesday, but pretty much it's going to be Wednesday is going to be the goal. 100 Pinterest pins every single day. So you can see I have that scheduled here for every day. Then once I do start sending out emails, I'm going to send them out on Monday. Might end up changing that day. It really depends on how my audience reacts to it. So I'll probably test email a little bit in addition to the Instagram and Facebook posts. Now, if we scroll down a little bit, what I'd like to do is kind of get an idea of what I want my posts to look like. So Pinterest pin, you can see here, 100 beautiful wicker lounge chairs. I have wickerguide.com, my logo at the bottom, and then some images here. A sample Instagram post, so you can see here, unique wicker furniture. I would consider this chair unique, and maybe someone who sees it has some level of interest in the products on my website. Coming over here, we have a Facebook post. So again, very similar to my Pinterest pin, very similar to kind of the style of my Instagram post, 100+ wicker lounge chairs. I've also repurposed this Facebook post into a Pinterest pin, so it looks like this. So again, creating shareable content across different channels. Last but not least, my cover photo. So I've already created my social media channels, and this is what my cover photo looks like, just resized for different social media channels. So if we come over here, you can see I have my Pinterest profile all created. I have my cover photo up here, my icon logo. You can see the WG, looks like a chair somewhat. We have our Facebook page here. So again, same exact thing. We have our Instagram profile here. No posts yet, no followers, no following. So really not much going on yet. And then we have our Twitter profile here. So with Twitter, same exact thing. I have my cover photo. Don't know how active I'm going to be on Twitter, but might just share my content out there and we'll see how it goes. So the last thing I'll say as we come into our main takeaways here is with social, you need to define the social media channels you plan to focus on and go where your customers are. So start with maybe 1 or 2 social media channels and expand as you go. What I would recommend doing is locking up all the names first though, so you make sure that you do get your brand name for your social media channel. And then what you want to do is if you want to activate something like LinkedIn or Snapchat or TikTok or whatever it is, then you can do that at the time when it's necessary. Email, so you want to use content creation on your website in order to repurpose it for email marketing, and that goes for social media as well. So what I'm really going to be focused on is content first, and then we'll focus on building an email list and probably do some type of monthly giveaway so I can keep people subscribed to my email list and have some level of interest in the Wicker furniture and basket posts I send to them. Last but not least, referral traffic. If you can provide value off your website through guest blogging, interviews, giving answers on answer websites, or creating shareable content, that's going to help you drive more referral traffic. It's also going to help with your direct traffic as well. So as you get your brand out there more and more, it's going to help with the different sources of traffic you're going to drive. Now, the last thing I'll say is you should use some of the data you have from your competitors. So look at what they're doing. So I opened up wickerparadise.com here. I opened up cozykingdom.com, and I opened up wickerwarehouse.com. 3 different just pure Wicker brands. Now, 2 of them are really just mainly focused on their showroom and their local physical location. So they don't have really huge sources of traffic outside of just their website, search engine optimization, and PPC advertising. So Wicker Warehouse has really no social media presence that I found. Cozy Kingdom has no real social media presence that I found. And then when I went to Wicker Paradise, they have some of the different pages, but where they're the most active is Pinterest. So kind of what I expect. You can see they have 1.1 million monthly viewers. They have over 12,000 followers. So they have a pretty good Pinterest profile here and Pinterest presence that's going to drive people back to their website. So again, you can use what your competitors are doing, see the successes that they're having, and try to do the same exact thing that they're doing in a better way. So that's going to be our video for social media traffic, email marketing traffic, and referral traffic. And again, our goal as we come back over here to Google Analytics is to drive more traffic from some of these other sources beyond organic search and paid search. So as people leave search engines and visit social media channels and visit their favorite websites, we want to see if we can drive anyone back to our website. So if you have any questions about any of this, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.